This video is proudly sponsored by Gamersgate. Download games anytime, anywhere. Visit Gamersgate.com.
Welcome to Elder Geeks Elder Speak. Today is Tuesday, July 17th, 2012. My name is Randy Yasenchak, editor of ElderGeek.com. With me today on the show, once again, is Mats Polska, also editor of ElderGeek.com. Welcome back, buddy.
Say Helgen got hit by a dragon.
Not a whole lot, man. Today in the background of this show, you're going to be seeing some gameplay footage from, actually, Skyrim, because I'm really not playing anything else. Even though the Steam sales are kind of going on, I'm not really... I'm proud of myself. I haven't purchased anything yet. But I did break down and I reinstalled Skyrim, and I'm running the game right now with 50-some, I think 51 or 52 different mods right now. What about you, Mats? Are you playing Skyrim anymore, and did you pick up anything good on the Steam sales?
No, nothing on the Steam sales, actually. That's... Maybe I should have thought this through, but since I've been sort of without an internet connection, I haven't really been paying attention to that stuff. So I guess I could have saved a lot of money if I just went to a friend's house and did something like that. But yeah, I'll definitely.
A lot of really good games were actually on sale on it though. Like Trine 2 was like $250 or something like that. Like a lot of games that we not only gave like worth buying, but like were really, really highly recommended were on there for crazy cheap.
I have a friend that has over 200 games on Steam.
Yeah, I'm pretty close to that.
Yeah, I have like 30. What the hell are you guys doing?
Anyway, we actually have some news that we wanted to go through today. First things first, let's actually talk about the Ouya, because it seems to kind of go away and then it resurfaces again. Yep. Everybody knows that the Ouya was like the Kickstarter's biggest success. And right now, a lot of people are pointing their fingers at it and calling it scam. I was dubious of it as well. Last week when I first reported on it, I had said that, I'll believe it when I see it, basically. And I still have that standpoint. I'll believe it when I see it. But right now, it looks like the people at Ouya are actually looking to find outside investors in this. Even though they only had asked for something like $900,000 and they breached $4 million, they're still looking for outside investors to kind of dump more money into this game. So what is your take on that? And I'll give you my 2 cents. Do you think it's legit? Do you think it's a scam, or somewhere in between?
I think it's legit. And I would mention that even though they asked for 900,000 and they hit 4 million, but there's still 23 days to go on the Kickstarter, so they could still breach 10 million or 20 million. Who knows?
Sure.
But sure. But I mean, the initial hype for that has sort of died down, so I wouldn't expect to see it go that much higher. Anyway, I think it's legit. I just don't think it'll work. I think their purpose and their motivation is genuine, and they really want to make this console. I just don't believe in the vision, basically.
I see what you're saying. I think you're right. I think that their motivation is legit. I believe that they want to make this console. I just think that I don't think it's a scam, but I don't think it's going to be what everybody wants it to be. I know they're going to have a hard time having developer backing of this thing, because they're calling it this open-faced, console where tweakers are invited to go and monkey around with it. But actually, in an article recently with Destructoid, they had said that games from bigger developers will be as secure as they are anywhere else. So
as they are on the Android consoles, or not Android, but Android devices,
right.
Already.
As
so
they are on
tablets
Android devices
and phones, basically.
Exactly. But my bigger concern is the fact that they're looking for outside investors. Obviously, they're going to be going to Samsung and Toshiba and Asus and basically any other tech manufacturer out there, and they're going to be looking to see if they can develop this into, I don't want to call it a more legitimate console, but if they can get a branded name on it as well to kind of help with further pushing it. My concern is that they used the Kickstarter not as a Kickstarter to reach their end goal, but as like a marketing platform for themselves to say, look how much interest we've garnered from just our Kickstarter. Don't you now want to invest in our project so we can make something even bigger and better?
Yeah, but at the same time, you gotta say, I mean, figure out how much Sony spent on developing the PS3.
But that's Sony. They had the money to begin with.
Yeah, but I mean, millions of $4 million or $10 million. That's not console development money. That's
absolutely not.
That's concept development money. If you want to develop the console and push for it to be produced in large numbers and sold in stores, you'll need in the billions
But
or at least
I mean,
100 millions.
I would probably guess like 50 million or something like that, or I don't know. I personally don't know. But my point is, then why have your Kickstarter for only $895,000?
Because they weren't expecting to reach it. Because they weren't. They're, I don't know. I'd call it naivety or anything, but I don't think they have the foresight, had the foresight when they started the Kickstarter started to really say what this thing is going to cost them and how much work it's going to take.
I think the big thing is a lot of people are really kind of, since it became so successful, now there's a lot of people like, wait, we just put a lot of money into something that we might never see the light of day of, and a lot of people are really raising eyebrows at it.
Well,
so
it'll happen, but I mean, will it be available in large numbers for people to buy it? Will it be, I mean, restricted to just the US? Will you have to special order it from their website, not through GameStop or Walmart or anything? It's those kinds of things that I think are in question. It'll definitely exist in some level, but if it'll be successful is something I highly doubt.
Yeah, we'll see. It's nice to kind of keep hope alive, though. A lot of people are very hopeful for this kind of thing. But let's actually move on. I'll of course throw up some links for everybody to the articles that we're actually talking about. Hey, Mats.
That's me.
Guess what game's coming to PC? Awesomenauts.
Awesomenauts?
No, Awesomenauts is coming to PC. Yeah, it is. You did the video review for that one, but Awesomenauts is heading to PC. Apparently, a lot of people were really I don't want to say complaining, but they were requesting that Ronimo Games put it on PC because it is an arena, game. So
yeah, I'm not seeing it though.
You mean you're not going to be seeing it doing that well on PC?
No. I'm not seeing why they needed to have it on PC. It's a game specifically made to bring the arena gameplay to consoles.
I think it's just so that more people can enjoy it.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with it, obviously, but I just I think there are better alternatives when you factor in the PC marketplace.
Yeah, I guess so. But good news is Awesomenauts is actually coming to PC. In other good news of games that are actually going to be seeing the light of day, Sega has officially confirmed Sonic Adventures 2 HD. So that's kind of sweet.
Yeah. That's the one Sonic game I really enjoyed past the 2D ones. So
nice. Yeah. Oh, and let's actually move on to the final bit. This actually also concerns a game that you did a video review on for Diablo 3, but this kind of spills over into Borderlands 2. Actually, in an interview recently with Borderlands 2 devs by GameSpy, they had asked the question of, what do you guys think of the Diablo 3 money market, basically, and is that kind of thing ever going to be seeing the light of day in Borderlands 2, or I guess in Borderlands 3 eventually? And basically, they had said, we're really interested in what they're doing with Diablo 3, but at the time they're not going to be implementing a real money marketplace for Borderlands 2 because they basically said, let me actually quote. I know a lot of people are thinking about it and seeing where it is, but getting a lot of good loots from drops and creatures in the game is so important that to the growth and the experience and really the fun. It's what the loot games are really about, And I agree.
Yep. I did the review of Diablo 3 and they hadn't released the real money auction house, but in hindsight, when they have, I might have given it a lower score.
Really?
Yep. So
that bad, huh? I mean, is it because of lack of functionality or because it's a little game breaking?
Well, here's the thing, just to give it a little bit of backstory. When we do reviews like this, we play the game to an extent where we feel that we have, formed a sufficient opinion of the game.
Which is almost 99.999% of the time is when you play the game from start to finish. But in the case with Diablo 3, the real money Market House didn't come out for like what, a month or so after the game released.
Exactly, and it took me quite a while to play through the worst difficulty, which of course a lot of people have problems with, and I still haven't finished it. I just want to put that out there. It's still too hard to finish for me and my friends.
Wow.
But when you get to that point, and when the Real Money Auction House came out, to progress, unless you were some sort of magical Diablo god who played the game day in and day night and knew everything about the game, you know, down to every single detail, you basically had to use the auction house, and whether you were lucky enough to find something on the in-game money auction house wasn't always the case, so you had to use the real money auction house, and I just find that all kinds of wrong, so that's why.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Ugh, I don't like where this is going, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, in terms of spending real money to you know, pay to win. I don't like it.
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't like it.
So thank God they're not doing that with Borderlands. Is the
Yeah,
gist of it.
seriously. Yeah, the drops were a lot of fun. I actually played through Borderlands with my brother. We did it co-op, and it was a blast. You know, and a lot of that fun was finding cool guns when you were with your buddy and being like, dude, I found a cool new sniper rifle. Do you want to see it? And then, like, you know, giving it to them because, you know, it helps them out.
Mm.
Oh, wow.
And I mean, you still do that in Diablo, I guess, but so much.
Yeah, but back with Diablo 1 and 2, you actually did it with people that you knew, or like people that you met and played with randomly online, and you were like, hey, do you want to trade? And you could trade it for actual gold within game. Like, there was almost like there was a bartering system that existed within the game, but it wasn't in the game's, I don't know, it wasn't built into the game.
Yeah, and using real money never even occurred to you.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Even though you probably could.
You probably could. I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure there were places that you could do it, but
Yep.
But yeah, that stinks.
Yep.
Oh well. All right. Well, that about wraps it up for today. If everybody wants to, you know, play any of the mods that I'm actually using right now, I'm going to throw a link. I'll actually throw a link up for a Steam collection for most of the mods. There's actually a bunch of mods that I'm using right now that are not on here because that aren't on Steam because they're on Skyrim Nexus. I don't know, and maybe someday we'll do another favorite Skyrim mods. But if you guys actually want to see exactly which mods I'm using, I'll send a link up for the Steam collection as to what I'm actually using. Mods, thanks for joining me today, man.
No problem.
If you guys would like to, you can follow me on Twitter at Yasenchak, or you can also follow ElderGeek.com on Twitter at ElderGeek.com. Follow us on Facebook at ElderGeek.com. Here on YouTube, of course, always hit us up on elder-geek.com, and if you have any questions or comments, you can send them to info@elder-geek.com. Mats, do you have a Twitter account that you want to throw out?
Sure, I don't use it that oftenly. I'm trying to use it more and more lately, but it's anyway Mats Paasche I guess at Twitter, or however, hashtag Mats Paasche is how it works, I guess. And it's just, yeah, I'll try to use it more, basically.
Cool. All right. Thanks so much, everybody, for tuning in, and I'll talk to you all tomorrow.